Hi, hello and welcome to MathFair. In this video, we are going to discuss about the polynomials chapter. So already in the previous time, I made a video about polynomials chapter. So if you haven't watched that videos, I will provide that links in the description box. You can watch it. You know what? The Polyset 2021 syllabus is same as per our 10th lab. So in our 10th, some of the topics are reduced, right? So in the Polyset talk, there is no question is going to ask you from the topic. So whatever the topics are reduced, so no need to study for this Polyset. So let's see what the topics are there. What are polynomials? First, we need to know what is called polynomials. What are the terms are related with the polynomial? So polynomial and the types of the polynomials like monomial, binomial, trinomial, multinomial. Coming to the degree, linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial, and biquadratic in this way. But what is called degree? Degree means the highest exponent of the variable is called as degree. Next, value of the polynomial. So if you substitute any value in the polynomial, we will get that value. Finding the value of the polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial. Compulsory we can expect this question. Find the zeros of this polynomial. Check whether these are zeros or not for this polynomial. Next, find the zeros. This also we can expect. Find the zeros by using the factorization. By splitting the middle term. Next, relationship between the zeros and coefficients of polynomial. We can expect damn surely a question from this topic. Relation between the zeros and coefficients for a polynomial, either by quadratic polynomial or for cubic also. Next, geometrical meaning of zeros. Graphs. So here he won't ask you to draw the graph, but by giving the graph, he can ask us how many zeros does the graph has, does the polynomial has. And finally, division algorithm for polynomial. So division topics are reduced, so there is no question will ask you from the divisions. So now let us discuss each topic. What is called polynomial? Polynomial is the combination of variables, constants with the algebraic sign with plus or minus. Let's see one example for polynomial. So here we can take as 2x square plus 3x minus 4. It is a polynomial, and one more thing, polynomial should has the exponent positive. Polynomial should have the positive exponent, non-negative integer. So the degree should be positive. The exponent should be positive. If there is a polynomial in this way, 2x power minus 4 plus 9. So we don't call it as a polynomial. Why? Because the exponent is negative term. So polynomial should have a positive exponent. So it is the one of the example of polynomial. So mainly polynomials are divided into two types, according to terms and according to degree. So according to terms and according to degree. First, let's see what are the types of the polynomials according to terms. So polynomials may have one term, two term, three term, or any number of terms. If the polynomial has only one term, you can call it that as a monomial. So if it has only one term, that is called as monomial. So one term, that is monomial. For example, we can take 2x square. It is a polynomial like 6y. So these are the monomials. Next, if the polynomial have two terms, if it has two terms, that is called binomial. Two terms, that is binomial. For example, 6x plus 4, 2y minus 2. These are the binomials. Next, if it has three terms, that is called trinomial. If it has three terms, that is called as trinomial. So we need to take the three terms here, 3x square plus 4x minus 1, like this. There is no condition for the degree when coming to terms. The degree may be any number of the degree. So we can take it as 3x power 10 plus 4x minus 1 also. Next, if it has more than 3, more number of terms, that is called multinomial. We can call it as, if it has many terms, it means more than 3, we can call them as multinomial, even though these are also multinomials. Multinomial. So example, we can take the polynomial which have 4 terms. Here I am taking 2x power 5 plus 3x power 4 plus 2 plus 2x minus 1. So this is the example for multinomial. Next, when coming to degree, actually what is meant by degree? Degree is the highest exponent. The highest exponent of the polynomial is called as degree. Highest exponent or highest power. So here, what is the highest exponent? It is x half square, x square to x power 1. So the highest exponent is 2, right? So degree of this polynomial is 2. So coming to degree, the polynomials are also divided into different types. One is, if the degree is 1, that is called as linear polynomial. The degree is 1, that is called as linear polynomial. Example, 3x plus 4. So the exponent is 1 here, so it is linear. If the degree is 2, that is called as quadratic polynomial. If the degree is 2, that is called as quadratic polynomial. So whatever example we have taken, it is a quadratic polynomial. Next, if the degree is 3, that is called cubic polynomial. The degree is 3, that is called as cubic polynomial. So degree should be 3. I am taking 3x cube plus 2x square plus x minus 1. So in our class we will learn up to cubic polynomial. The degree is 4, that is called biquadratic polynomial. If it has 10, if the degree of the polynomial is 10, we can call it as 10th order polynomial. So this is about the types of polynomials. Next, value of the polynomial. How to find the value of the polynomial? Simple. If you want to find the value of the polynomial at the point 9, simply substitute the 9 in the given polynomial. If you want to find the value at 10, put the 10 in the given polynomial. So here we have an example. P of x equals x square minus 5x minus 6. Find P of 1 and P of minus 2. How to find that values? Simple here. So P of 1 means in the place of x put 1. So in the place of x substitute 1. Then we will get P of 1. Next, to find the P of minus 2. In the place of x, simply substitute x value as minus 2. So let's find P of 1. So P of 1 equals to, it is x square. It means 1 square minus 5x. 5 into x or 5 into 1 minus 6. 1 square value is 1 minus 5 ones are 5 minus 6. 1 minus 5, that is minus 4. So it is 1 have place into minus minus, so subtract it. 5 minus 4 is 1. The bigger number 5 we have negative sign. So it is minus 4. What is here? Minus 6. How to find this value? Minus into minus plus. So let's add them. 4 plus 6 is 10. So when coming to side, we have to take the bigger number sign. 6 is big, it has minus, so minus 10. The value of P of 1 is minus 10. Next, find P of minus 2. So P of minus 2. In the place of x, put minus 2. X square means minus 2 square minus 5x. 5 of minus 2 minus 6. Minus 2 square. Minus 2 square means minus 2 into minus 2. What we get? Minus 2 into minus 2. Minus into minus plus. So 2 2 is 4. It is plus 4. Again here minus into minus plus 5 into 2. 5 2 is 10. Minus 6. 4 plus 10, 14. 14 minus 6, 8. So P of minus 2 is 8. So this is the process to find the value of the polynomial. Next, zero of a polynomial. What is called zero of a polynomial? Zero of the polynomial means if you substitute any value in the polynomial, if the value of the polynomial is 0, then we can call the substituted value as zero of the polynomial. Very simple. Whatever, if you substitute anywhere in the polynomial, if you got 0, then the number whatever you substituted, that is called 0. So let's see here. Let us check whether the given 3 and minus 3 are the zeros of this polynomial or not. If you substitute in the place of x 3, if you got 0 value, then 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. And the same way, if you substitute minus 3 in the place of x, if you got the value as 0, then minus 3 also 0 of the polynomial. So let us substitute the values in this polynomial. First find P of 3. So x value is 3 now. So x square means 3 square minus 9. What is the value of 3 square? 3 square is 9. So 9 minus 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. So when we put 3 in this polynomial, we got 0, right? So we can call 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. 3 is the 0 of the given polynomial. What is that? P of x equals to x square minus 9. Next, substitute the second value minus 3 here. So p of minus 3 equals to x square. It means minus 3 square minus 9. So what is the value of minus 3 square? Minus 3 square means minus 3 into minus 3. 3 3 is 9. Minus to minus plus. So this value is plus 9. Again minus 9. 9 minus 9, 0. So minus 3 is also 0 of this polynomial. Minus 3 is the 0 of the given polynomial, that is p of x equals to x square minus 9. So to check the given values are zeros of the polynomial or not, simply we need to substitute the values in the polynomial. If you got the value 0, then that is the 0. Otherwise, it is not the 0 of the polynomial. Let us see how to find the zeros for the polynomial. So here we have an example. You know what? There is a relation between the degree of the polynomial and the number of zeros for the polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial is 1, then it has 1 0. If the degree of the polynomial is 2, then it has at most 2 zeros. Degree is 2, it has at most 2 zeros. And if the degree of the polynomial is 3, then it has at most 3 zeros. For quadratic, the degree 2, it has at most 2 zeros. For cubic, degree 3, it has at most 3 zeros. Now it is a quadratic polynomial, right? Degree is 2. So for this, we will get at most 2 zeros. Let us find what are the 2 zeros. So to find the zeros for this, we need to take that equation is equals to 0. So take it as x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So to find the zeros, now we need to factorize it. So by splitting the middle term, we can factorize this. So first compare this with the general quadratic polynomial. The general quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So by comparing here, what is the a value? A is the coefficient of x square. X square coefficient is nothing there. So it means 1. Then what is the b? B is the coefficient of x. So here x coefficient is 5. So b value is 5. And c, the constant term is 6. So now we need to split the middle term, 5x. So we have to split the middle term. 5x can be written as 1 plus 4, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 6 minus 1. There are a lot of ways are there to write the 5x. But which way we have to choose? So it decided by the a into c. What is a? 1. 1 into 6 is 6. So what are the factors of 6? 1 6 are 6, 2 3 are 6, and 3 2 are 2 3 are 3 are same. So now in these factors of 6, can we make 5? 1 plus 6 is 7, not possible. 6 minus 1, 6 minus 1 is 5. So we can take in the place of 5x, 6 minus 1. But if you take 6 and minus 1, 6 minus 1 is 5, we will get okay perfect. But what about the product? 6 into minus 1, it is minus 6, but our value is plus 6. So this will not used. Now let's take the second pair of factors. 2, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 2 into 3 is 6 plus 6. So we can use this factor 2 plus 3. So write the 5x as 2x plus 3x. So x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. So from these two terms, what we can take as common? X is common. Then x of x plus 2. Again from these two terms, we can take 3 as common. 3 of x plus 2 is equals to 0. If we are going in the correct way, we will get the same terms like this. X plus 2, x plus 2. So now take x plus 2 as common. So x plus 2 is common. Then what is left here? Here x left, here 3 is left. So x plus 3 equal to 0. Now take two terms equal to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. Transpose it. Then this plus 2 become as minus 2. Send it. X equals to minus 3. So this minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the given polynomial. So we can verify this. If you substitute this minus 2, minus 3 in the polynomial, compulsory we will get the value as 0. If you got 0, then these are correct zeros. If you don't get 0, maybe you did it wrong. Next, relation between zeros and coefficients for the polynomials. So there is a relation between the zeros of the polynomial and the coefficients of the polynomial. So let us take it for the quadratic polynomial. So here I am taking a quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is a quadratic polynomial. If alpha comma beta are the zeros for this polynomial, so I am considering the alpha and beta are the zeros for this, then the sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So to find the sum of the zeros, what we have to take? Minus b by a. Next, the product of the zeros. Product of the zeros. Alpha into beta equal to c by a. So the product of the zeros is c by a. This is for quadratic. Next, see the relation between the zeros and coefficients for the cubic polynomial. So let us take a cubic polynomial. I am taking ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. So the degree is 3 here. So it is a cubic polynomial. Then for quadratic polynomial we taken two zeros, alpha, beta. Then for the cubic polynomial I am taking zeros as alpha, beta and gamma. So it has alpha, beta, gamma as the zeros. Now let's take the sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros. Means alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to same what we got there, minus b by a, right? So here also minus b by a. Next, sum of product of the zeros. Sum of product of zeros. It means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Sum of product of the zeros is c by a. C by a. Next, product of the zeros is product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta into gamma minus d by a. Minus b by a, c by a, minus d by a, plus minus plus. So this is the most important, compulsory, damn sure we can expect a question from this topic. Sum of the zeros, relation of the terms, relation of the zeros with coefficients. For quadratic, sum of the zeros is minus b by a and the product of the zeros is c by a. Next, when coming to cubic polynomial, sum of the zeros is minus b by a. Sum of product of the zeros is c by a. And lastly, product of the zeros is minus d by a. Next, finding the quadratic polynomial. In the previous we have seen that if we have a quadratic polynomial, then we have to find the zeros. Now if we have the zeros, can we find the quadratic polynomial? If we have the zeros, can we find the cubic polynomial? Let's see how to find that. So here I am taking alpha and beta are the zeros for the quadratic polynomial. Alpha, beta, zeros is the quadratic polynomial. To find the quadratic polynomial, the formula is k of x square minus alpha plus beta. It means the sum of the zeros plus alpha into beta. It means the product of the zeros. So to find the quadratic polynomial, we have to use this formula, k of x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha into beta. So here k is the any constant. K is the any constant. If we are solving the problem, in some situation we will get here divide by terms like by 3 or like by 3. So in that situation we can take k value as 3. So then if you take k value 3, then this terms will get cancelled. So k is any constant. So depending upon this values, we can take the k value. Next, see how to find the cubic polynomial. So for the cubic polynomial, how many zeros for the cubic polynomial? Cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. I am taking alpha, beta and gamma. These three are the zeros of the cubic polynomial. Then to find the cubic polynomial, same process. k of, it is quadratic, so we take an x square. It is cubic, so now we have to take x cube minus sum of the zeros. So here also sum of the zeros. Alpha plus beta plus gamma plus, here we taken the product, right? So but here we need to take x of sum of product of the zeros, means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha minus product of the zeros, alpha beta gamma. So this is the formula to find a cubic polynomial, and it is for the quadratic polynomial. If you see here also we taken k is any constant. So what we do when we have k in the quadratic, same process we need to follow for the cubic also. K are the constant terms. In this way we can find the quadratic and cubic polynomials. So that's all about the polynomial chapter. I hope you have understood what to practice, what topics you have to cover in the polynomial chapter. So practice the problems, and the next video I will come with the previous year questions from the polynomial chapter. So whatever questions we got in the Polyset exam from the polynomial chapter, I will come with that video. Share our channel to your friends. Thank you.